Right then, recently a client of ours experienced a 90% increase in sales month to month this year versus last year. And guess what? The month was August. As I film this video, it is September the 1st. We are almost into quarter four, and there are some serious things that you need to be thinking about right now, really important things if you're running a business. So I'm going to share with you the two factors that made this possible for our client to achieve a 90% increase in sales. Factor number one was that they had a great plan. Let me tell you something now. Without a plan, there's nothing. You're just winging it all the time. And you might say that, well, that works for me. I do all right. Yeah, you probably do. But imagine how much better your company would perform, not just you as a person, stop looking at it so one-dimensionally, but how much better would your company perform if it had a blueprint, if it had a plan, if it had a strategy that everybody understood. All the people involved knew what their part to play was and how they needed to do it in order to make the overall goals possible. Well, the client that we were working with that achieved the 90% increase in sales had a plan. How do we know that? Well, because we helped build it for them. There was a clear marketing strategy for the month of August. However, something very peculiar happened, which we always talk about, don't we, especially in England, and that is that the weather quite literally changed. And because the weather changed, this client of ours was able to achieve a 90% increase in sales. But it wasn't just as easy as that. We still had to find a way to pivot. We were able to look at the market conditions. Competitors in their industry had also just assumed that August would be a quiet month. But we weren't going to let that happen. Not when we saw the opportunity open up. As the temperatures were a bit cooler, we went for it. We ran some campaigns, we ran some promotions, we ran some sales, and the overall result was that all of the market that were there and thinking, do you know what, I'm gonna buy that, they came to us because everybody else stopped. So we had pretty much the pick of the market, which was an incredible opportunity and a great position to be in. And we took our initiative, we took a risk, there's always going to be a little bit of risk, and we went for it and we achieved a 90% increase in sales. But the thing about this, as you're watching this, you're thinking, oh, that's quite smart. I could do something like that in my business perhaps. Pivoting is only pivoting if there was a plan already. If you don't already have a plan, then you're not pivoting, you're making up a new plan. And if you're making up a new plan that quickly, you're throwing out so much toxic disruption into your life, especially with your team. And they're sitting there thinking, I don't know what's left and what's right. Things are changing all the time. This is such a headache. What does my boss want me to do? Now that isn't very constructive or productive. And I know you might be able to work like that, but guess what? Not everybody is like you, right? That's why you're a business owner. You've got a certain way of doing things, but not everybody is built the same. And so to get the best out of your staff and get the best overall team effort, a pivot needs to have bandwidth. And what I mean by bandwidth is that you've got to be able to have pretty much all of it ready anyway. That's where the plan comes in. Everybody already understands what's coming, but you just change it slightly. That way, you still have the energy, the time, the focus, the bandwidth to pull it off at a world-class level, to the best of your ability. Instead of chaotic, up late at night, up early in the morning, trying to answer everyone's questions and queries, messing some of it up, causing all these problems and fires so that you're walking through and there's just these little fires behind you as you walk through the office. That is not a great environment to work in, and I'm sure you wouldn't want that. But that is what's happening if you do not have a plan in the first place and then pivot with bandwidth. Okay, you cause too much disruption unless you have those things. And so my question to you as you're watching this video is, how happy are you with your plan? How confident are you that your staff understand and know the plan? Not just for the rest of this year, but for 2024. I mean, have you even done that yet? Because the best time to make your plan for 2024 is not January, it's not even December, it's not even in quarter four. If anything, it should have already been done. But if it hasn't already been done, then September is a great opportunity to make that plan become real. So my message to you today is, I have got a set of skills that can help you not just come up with a plan and a strategy, but to make it clear and simple for you and your team to understand. And I'm offering my help to look at things like your marketing strategy, sales strategy, your product and service delivery, how you manage your staff and how you get the best out of your staff, your financials, and how you get the best out of your own potential too. And so if you'd like to talk about how I might be able to help you, then here's what I want you to do next. I want you to send me an email, tommy@tide55.com. Use the subject line, plan, and you and I can have a chat. We'll get on a call, I can learn about you, you can ask me some questions, and we'll see if there's some business that we can do together. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, if you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail. That's not just a buzzword, cliche thing. That's true. And yes, you might be able to get a certain amount of success by winging it, but imagine how much easier, how much better, and what more you could do with a bit more of a solid plan in place. Let's get to it. See you soon.